Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
How much is it going to cost? There's something I learned about, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, and it stuck with me. And what I learned was the fair rate of exchange. You never want to be out of exchange with somebody. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because when you put a value on something, the value is perceived. Any type of a deal or negotiations, you have to increase the value in order to get the perceived income. You have to increase the value of what you're selling in order to get your perceived income. I think that's the way that's supposed to go. So my point, why I'm talking about this right now is because, listen, if you've got goals, right, there's certain places you're currently here and you want to go there, and you want to go there and you want to have this, you want to be this, and you want to do this. And these are the things that you want to have, that havingness. What I want you to really consider is that what's the rate of exchange for you to get there? What are you going to have to really do in order to get what it is that you want? And it can be perceived. But remember, you're going to have to pay a price to get what it is that you want. And it's hard to put a value on, it's not hard to put a value on this, but it's hard to conceive of a value that you want when it comes to your goals, because what do you really have to pay? And what you're doing is you're working against your body. You're working against other people's opinions. You're working against even your own brain, because your brain's going to try to keep you safe and secure and tell you that it's not worthwhile to do this. So you have to trick your brain, or you have to work through it in order to get what it is exactly that you want. Most guys that I meet, and this is for the guy thing, most guys that I meet, it really comes down to when you take away all of the lack, I don't have this, I don't have that, and these are the things in life that I want. It comes down to confidence. You're going to need a certain level of confidence to get what it is that you want. And confidence comes from, in my opinion, it comes from accomplishment, which comes from desire and a lot of action. So you have something that you want, you take action towards it, you move in that direction, you become familiar, and the more that you move in that direction or take up space in that activity, the more activities that you do, you're going to find yourself becoming more confident. When you're able to fail and you're able to get back up and have that confidence and learn from your mistakes, that actually turns into wisdom. Remember that old saying that they taught you, information is power? I don't agree with it at all. Not necessarily. I don't agree with it at all. I think information that's applied in a specific area with a specific outcome is power. Why am I talking about the rate of exchange and information applied as power? Is because if you really want to become the hero version of yourself, you're going to have to make that decision on exactly what it is that you really want. You're going to have to commit to an action plan, and you're going to have to work your tail off. There is going to be a rate of exchange. You cannot get anything out of this for nothing. You can't sit back and hope and wait and wish and want and it'll appear. No, you're going to have to dig in. According to the laws of attraction, which I'm learning more and more about, you are literally going to have some faith in the outcome. And as they say in Christianity, with faith you can move mountains. But I've also heard it said too, you better bring a shovel, because you are going to have to work. You're going to have to work. And just like the laws of gravity apply when you jump off a building and you fall towards your cement poisoning, the same thing applies with the laws of attraction. You're going to have to pay a price in order to get what it is that you want, and the universe will reward you. But it's so easy when you start off in this journey, when you become aware of it is where you're going, and you identify what it is that you want, and you make decisions, and you take actions. It's so easy. It is so easy to get put right on your back and be like, you know what? I'm comfortable. I'm okay. I don't really need to do this. I never wanted it that bad enough to begin with, and I'm doing okay. Life's fine. Why would I have to take a cold shower? Why do I have to get up 3 hours earlier than normal? Why do I actually have to write out my action plan? Why do I have to do? It's because, truth be told, in your heart of hearts, you need to go do what you need to do in order to get what you need to get. And if you're a woman listening to this, and I know men go through this too, and I'm not stereotyping this or making this specific, but it just seems to me in my reality and what I'm experiencing, a lot of anxiety going on. A lot of things being created up in your own head, like I talked about in my podcast a couple of days ago, the meeting in my head. Yeah, I was anxious. And if you want to get rid of anxiety, which they say is the number one mental illness now, you got to get out of your own head. You got to start writing some stuff down. You got to put a plan together of when you start to feel anxious, what are you willing to do? Because believe it or not, you can actually be comfortable feeling anxious. That could be your comfort zone, your go-to, your familiarity. What price are you willing to pay in order to get what it is that you want? And a long time ago, when I got into weightlifting, this is a long time ago. I think I was in my 20s. I was really skinny, and I was trying to build my body up, and I just didn't like being skinny. And I had muscle tone, but I just wasn't. I had no depth. I had no weight on me, and I desperately wanted to be a bodybuilder. So I would eat like a madman. I'd read the books. I'd go to the gym, and I would stoke the calories, and I would just keep eating and working out and eating and working out, and it just never came to me. I was what you'd call an extremely hard gainer. But now, I got it all. It all caught up with me. But the reason why I bring that up is because while I was going through a bodybuilding journal, and it was called Body for Life, it was by EAS, Experimental and Applied Sciences. Bill Phillips was the author of that. Well, one of the things that really stuck back then, and this is going on, 25, almost 30 years ago, was sometimes you have to identify what do you have to give up. And the same thing when you're going through your life's challenges. And by the way, I've invested heavily in programs like that. The Body for Life Challenge, 90-day program to change your transform your body. I've gone through quite a few of those, financial ones, life coaching ones. And that's where all this blueprint came from. My method to get outside your comfort zone and live on purpose came from things like that, where you identify what it is that you want. I want to be bigger. I want to be a stronger person. And what do you have to do? And yeah, I had to give up some things in order to do that. I had to give up staying up late because a big part of it was sleep. And going through this no comfort zone blueprint now and where you're at, you might have to get rid of some toxic things in your life. Some of them might be people. Some of them might be how you look at social media, or when you go online to use the computer and not being distracted by social media. It's also too what you eat. Having too much sugar in your diet could really screw things up. And I'm not talking about from a health point of view. I'm talking about from a focus point of view. I love coffee. I'm a coffee-aholic. I drink way too much coffee. I drink about 4 to 6 cups in the morning, and maybe I'll have 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And I really got to curtail that or bring it down because I love coffee. But the truth is, I might have to give that up in order to get what I want, to get outside of my comfort zone. What makes me happy by drinking coffee, I actually might need to take a turn the other way and actually deplete my body from the coffee in order for me to enjoy it more so down the road in moderation. And what I want you to understand too is I went to this performance coaching seminar, and it was really great. I'll talk about it in another one more so. But what was really cool is one of the facilitators said, everything is great in moderation, even moderation. So let me leave you with that. Everything in moderation, even moderation. In case you were wondering if I was going to say or not, I totally am. It's time for you to get out of your comfort zone and start living on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.